what it is and what it is used for. So it's used to grow organisms under which kinds of conditions? What is this called, first of all? Anaerobic jar, that's right. And it's used to grow organisms under which type?
Not producing water in anaerobic conditions.
Yeah, under anaerobic conditions. Organisms that are harmed by oxygen are grown in this device. And what do we call those organisms?
Aerobe.
Yeah, obligate anaerobes. Obligate anaerobes, which are harmed by oxygen, cannot grow in its presence. What's an example of an obligate anaerobe that we've been talking about? Clostridium. Clostridium. Okay. There's going to be a question or two on this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use.
Another week before the exam.
Was I here? I think Danielle. I'm gonna send you what I have. I'll check.
I'm going to use these. I'll picture this so it's easier to see. Which of these organisms out of the three is a facultative anaerobe? Facultative anaerobe.
Oh, I got it. Look at it.
The middle one?
The middle one.
The middle one.
Yeah.
Right? Facultative anaerobe.
It'll grow, but grows
We see growth throughout the entire tube, but we see the greatest growth at the top where there is the highest concentration of oxygen. There is an oxygen gradient in this broth here. The greatest amount is in the top, the lowest amount or no oxygen is in the bottom. What's a good example of a facultative anaerobe?
E. coli.
How would you classify this one?
Microaerophile.
Microaerophile. Microaerophile. Yeah. And what's an example of a microaerophile? The only one we mentioned.
I can't see it.
Micrococcus luteus. Above the O2 concentration is too high, below it's too low. Last week, we spoke about the urinary system and urinary tract infections. Remember, most urinary tract infections are caused by which organism? E. coli. But it's also subject, the urinary system is to opportunistic infection. It can also be caused by staphylococcal species, strep, also fungi like Candida. Okay. So all of those organisms can cause urinary tract infections. And let's say someone does have symptoms of a UTI and goes to a physician. What would be the most common method to collect the urine specimen? I mentioned this last week. How do we do it? Yeah, clean catch. A clean catch. Yeah. There are going to be a few questions on the disc diffusion method. Remember the Kirby-Bauer and antimicrobial susceptibility. Is the organism on this plate sensitive or resistant to hexachloroquine? Sensitive or resistant? Yeah, resistant. Resistant. Because there's no clear zone of inhibition around the disc. Is E. coli sensitive or resistant to chlorine? Sensitive because growth has been inhibited, so we see a clear zone around the chlorine disc.
So staff would be sensitive.
Staph is sensitive to all of these, yeah. E. coli is the most sensitive to which of these? Yeah, chlorine. Typically, the larger zone of inhibition indicates that that organism is the most sensitive to it. So the greater the zone of inhibition, the greater the sensitivity. Sometimes a drug or an antimicrobial does not work in a patient, even though it may seem to be the correct drug, and one reason is that the bacterium or bacteria have developed resistance to the antimicrobial. So bacterial resistance is one reason why an antibiotic may not work in a patient. I believe I did mention that when we were going over this. Okay, when we are doing this, our Kirby-Ballard test, our diffusion method, can the plate be streaked directly from the patient, or do we need to isolate first? Streak for isolation first. Like let's say we're doing a sputum sample. Do we streak the sputum directly onto the plate, or do we have to streak for isolation first?
Streak for isolation.
Yeah, typically we would almost always streak for isolation. And once we isolate our known organism, we can develop or determine if it's sensitive or resistant. It says mannitol salt. Is the organism growing here sensitive or resistant to, or what is it, sensitive to salt? Sensitive or resistant to salt?
Sensitive.
Sensitive or resistant to salt?
Resistant.
Well, it's growing, right? We have growth, so it must be resistant. The mannitol salt agar has 7.5% sodium chloride. That high sodium content inhibits the growth of most other microbes, except for the growth of staphylococcal species, because they are resistant to the high osmolarity, the high salt content. Does this organism ferment mannitol or not?
Not me.
Yeah. Well, there is a color change. What color is in mannitol salt agar by itself? Red. Red. If the organism ferments mannitol, it changes to yellow. If the organism does not ferment mannitol, it changes to pink, so the pH actually rises. So does this organism ferment mannitol? It does. And which organism is it? Staph aureus, yeah. Staph aureus, the Staph aureus ferments the mannitol 2 acid, which produces a color change from red to yellow, whereas the other staphylococcal species do not ferment mannitol. So we do not get the yellow color. What is demonstrated on this plate? Is it fermentation? Is it susceptibility to antibiotics? Is it agglutination? Is it hemolysis? Yeah, hemolysis. Blood alder. See the zone of hemolysis around the throat. Which organism could this be? Well, what type of hemolysis is it? It is beta, complete destruction of red blood cells. So what are the 2 organisms that we studied that cause beta hemolysis? Only 2, Staph aureus and Strep pyogenes.
So either one would be.
Okay, this EMB plate was streaked from a patient from a urine specimen. Does the patient have a urinary tract infection? If you see growth, then just, yeah. So. Yeah, so yeah, there is growth. Do you remember what the indication is for a positive catalase test?
The bubble.
Yes, thank you. Bubbles. The bubbles of oxygen. Yeah. And catalase test is used to differentiate between which 2 groups of bacteria? Do you remember? Thank you. Someone said it. Staph and strep. Staph and strep. Staph catalase positive, strep catalase negative. The enterotube is used to distinguish between what? What is the enterotube used for? Remember? What do we use that for? Well, it would allow us to tell the difference between staph and strep, bacteria from fungi, antibiotic resistant bacteria, or Proteus from Salmonella. tube used for the gram-negative broth. Gram-negative broth.
Gram-negative rods? You're asking is it bacteria?
Which type of specimen would we use to inoculate an enterode tube? Typically it's a stool specimen, but we could use any specimen with streak for isolation and we would inoculate the enterode tube. Typically it's stool. Okay. And we would streak for isolation first. Okay, let's say you see this plate, and then right next to it you see this plate. What can you determine from those sets of plates? Actually, a better example. That. And that. And you determine. Does the patient have a urinary tract infection? Infection with gram-positive bacteria? Infection with enteric bacteria? Or no infection at all? Well, that goes back to last week when I told you how to study. You gotta take each culture medium, determine what it's selected for, what it's differential for. So this is EMB, what is it selected for? ESN methylene blue is selected for which organisms? The gram-negative rods. Same thing for hectoin, gram-negative enterics, the rods. So if you see this one, you see this plate, it's hectoin, and you see right next to it. Actually, let's just say you see this plate. Which organism is growing on the plate? Can you determine, or is further testing needed? Just by looking at that, which organism is it? Yes, Salmonella or Proteus. They both look the same on the hectone. mannitol salt agar. Is the MSA selective? Considered selective? Mannitol salt agar, is it selective? Or does it grow everything?
Selective.
It is selective. What is it selective for? Yeah, step. Is mannitol salt agar differential?
No.
Is it differential? It allows us to tell staph aureus from staph epidermidis, right, with the color change, so it is differential. Do you remember which culture media we used to identify bacteria causing gastrointestinal symptoms?
Gastrointestinal.
What? Did someone do it or just talk about it? Yeah, well, what? Yeah.
So it's E. coli?
No, but I'm saying
Bacteria causing gastrointestinal symptoms, which plate do we streak those on? If you have a stool sample. What do we use? EMB, correct. EMB and hectorn. Yeah, EMB and hectorn. Which organisms? How do we classify them by the gram stain and shape morphology? The gram negative,
Oh.
and they're rod shaped. So what are rod shaped bacteria called? Bacilli plural or bacillus singular? There's going to be a couple questions on the diseases that caused by staph and strep. What type of hemolysis is shown on this plate? What agar? Gamma, which is no hemolysis at all. Gamma. What type of hemolysis is shown on this plate? It's
Beta.
Beta. Alpha, that green color, that is alpha hemolysis. Gram negatives produce alpha hemolysis. So it's strep pneumonia. Okay, next. I need to save something to do for our review class. In 2 weeks, we're going to talk about the ELISA test, which is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, which is, we're just doing a demo. We'll only take a few minutes and then we'll finish the review then.
Okay.